position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Moore will throw. Grabs it in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason to be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy. You were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. Four-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit. Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Moore to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Perry. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Scrambling away. Looking for room at the 25. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And how nice is it to have an eraser at the quarterback spot? 1st down, you get sacked, lose a bunch of yards. In a more difficult situation, you call a pass to try to attack the secondary, but he's got the ability to do this. Just pull it down, get all those positive yards back, and then some.
To the air, it's Russell. He's got him. Breaks into the open. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Motion from the wideout. He'll set up to throw. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Still looking on the move. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
Pulls it in. It's Brent. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turn. to use its first timeout of the half.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Moore will throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Wants to pass. Under fire. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Listen, sometimes you know as a quarterback, I got to scramble, I get outside the pocket, nothing's there, live to fight another down. Good job not forcing the football. Incompletion, move on.
2nd and 10 here. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's turning it loose into the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Ducks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. To the air, it's Russell. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Looking downfield on first down. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense has it. They're on the move. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense putting points on the board.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. In this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensive...
Turning it on! Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Let's talk about Alabama. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough space. Oh, it's a fumble.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Green. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Moore to the air. Time to take a shot. He's got it down the left. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I love when you back the defense off me. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback.
Going deep. He's got it on the left. Off and running. 10. Touchdown, Bama. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
and move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Moore will throw. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. He's got it on the right.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Lost a throw on first down. With the catch, it's Moore. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown time. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Moore to the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to put the field position with the return.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. The short hands, it's Hale. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. There he goes. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Keeps looking downfield. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. One more snap coming before halftime. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half on 1st and 10. Corner's going to give them room. Moore will throw. He lets one fly deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking to buy time. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Quarterback making checks. They'll toss it to the left. Runs through a tackle. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Russell. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for space. It's Hill. Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let it go. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here's the give off the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Young. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that's why, through the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll pull it down. Got the first himself. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electric.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Timing has to be so good. But you're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Moore to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Now he's looking into the middle. Holds it in down the sideline. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Motion from the back. To the air on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got his man on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
Caught behind the line. It's Washington. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback moving. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We got a close game here in the 3rd quarter, and you're seeing momentum shift right now for the defense. The last drive out, they gave up a touchdown. This drive, though, they've now forced a 3 and out. They've done an outstanding job, and you can see them now playing with more confidence.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He'll start this drive firing. Bringing the heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he wants it all. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
Man, he almost throws another one, man. I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a non-profit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless, has been careless. They've got to do a better job of being smart with the football.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. First down here for the offense. Moore will throw. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The field goal is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Just not enough leg on that kick. He wasn't able to clear the crossbar.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
You want to have a lot of success on defense? Make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
He might want another play. Now the play fake. Buys a little time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
He's got an open man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's screened. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Touchdown, Oregon! Fitted in the window for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by just 1 over Toledo. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Back to pass, it's Russell. Got a man, it's Pringle.
And plays like that at this point of the game just aren't going to work. You can't throw short in the middle of the field where guys get tackled and the clock starts ticking. You got to be thinking we're throwing to the sticks or we're throwing near the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Wants to throw again. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Pringle. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one. In the second half, it's 1st and 10. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Russell. The throw. Makes the grab. It's Pringle. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Alabama! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And how about that? They pull out the onside kick. They're able to get it down 3 here in the 4th quarter. They are in great position right now to at least tie this game.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Pressure coming. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.